you all continue with life processes part 2 class 10. Myself Kakoli Saha from DAV Public School CCL Giridih. So children, whatever I have told you all in my previous video, now I am going to give a brief recapitulation of that. We dealt with the types of nutrition, that is the modes of two types of nutrition, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic, and we had discussed in detail about the structure of stomata also and the different modes of nutrition. So let's start today. So what are the different modes of nutrition we had studied in part 1? One was autotrophic nutrition, and the other was heterotrophic nutrition. Already you all know that autotrophic nutrition means the organisms are able to prepare their own food. Hetero means they are dependent upon others for food. Here in autotrophic, we will be studying about the plants. Of course, some blue-green algae are also included in this. In heterotrophic, again there are three different modes which you have to study in class 10. The first one is saprotropic. The second one is parasitic. And the third one is holozoic. First, see autotrophic. In autotrophic mode of nutrition, plants prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So today we will be dealing in detail the process of photosynthesis. In heterotrophic mode of nutrition, in my previous video already I have discussed what is saprotropic mode of nutrition. Saprotropic mode of nutrition is that mode of nutrition in which organism they depend upon dead and decaying matter for food. They are known as saprophyte. The organisms which show saprotropic mode of nutrition, they are known as saprophyte. Example is fungi. The most common example, this is fungi. That means saprotropic means getting the nutrition from dead and decaying matter. Then we have the parasitic mode of nutrition. The parasitic mode of nutrition, very interesting one. You see, in parasitic mode of nutrition, two organisms of course are involved. One is the host, the other one is the parasite. Who is the host? Host is the organism on which the parasite is totally dependent for food as well as shelter. Means the host is at a disadvantage and this is taking the total benefit from the host. Now the example, best example in plant parasite example is Cuscuta, and animal parasite, the best example is the head lice. Now the holozoic mode of nutrition, very important children, we have to study this in detail right now, which I will be telling you all later today. In holozoic mode of nutrition means taking in of the whole food. Ingestion, that process is known as ingestion, then it is digested, then absorbed, and then the rest of the work is done by the process, entire process of following process of digestion. So holozoic mode of nutrition you will be able to see in amoeba, and holozoic mode of nutrition, the best example are we, that is the human beings. But this part already I had mentioned you all. Today I will be teaching the autotrophic mode of nutrition, that is the process of photosynthesis in plant. So all of you must be knowing what is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants prepare their own food in the presence of carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and What is left? Sunlight. What is left? Sunlight. So now we will see how this process of photosynthesis is carried out. Today right now we are going to see what is photosynthesis. See children, suppose this is a green plant, these are the roots, this is the stem, the branches, and you find certain twigs coming out, these are the leaves. Now suppose this is one leaf. So how this process of photosynthesis goes on? This is the sunlight. I'm drawing sun just right above. What you are going to see, the sun rays, they are going to fall on the surface of the leaf. So this leaf already have a cell organelle known as chloroplast containing chlorophyll. What does it contain? Chlorophyll. So this sunlight will be trapped by whom? By chlorophyll. Trap matlab chlorophyll will be able to catch hold of it. Okay, that sunlight. And that sunlight, solar light, will be converted into chemical energy. It will be that solar energy will be converted into chemical energy. Now you have from the atmosphere. In the atmosphere there is what present? Carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide will be taken inside the leaves by means of what? By means of stomata. By means of stomata. Now you have these are the roots coming out. So we already know roots absorb the water and through the xylem it reaches the topmost part of the plant up to the leaves. So in this way water is being conducted. So what we started with that for the process of photosynthesis, what we need? Carbon dioxide. We need water. You saw how that water and how that carbon dioxide is being made available to the plants. Then in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, what you will see, there will be formation of glucose and giving out of oxygen. So if you have to balance the equation, you must be knowing how to balance the equation. So instead of teaching you balancing the equation, this is not the right way. Still, as I know, after years of writing, so I have learned it, 6CO2, 6H2O, 6C6H12O6. This is nothing but the glucose, that is the sugar, and 6O2. This oxygen is being given out, which in turn is taken by us. Now this process of photosynthesis, there are two phases in the process of photosynthesis. What are those two phases? You will find two phases in this process of photosynthesis. The first phase is known as light phase. The first phase is known as the light phase, and the second phase is known as the dark phase. What it is known? It is known as the dark phase. Now, for this entire process of photosynthesis, it's not that the plant is getting the sunlight, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll is already there, water is going in, and all of a sudden the food is being cooked inside the plant. The leaves are known as the kitchen of the plant, so food is being cooked over there. No, it's not that. It is a complicated process, and it requires a lot of time, and it is a stepwise process. Now in this those stepwise process, they have been divided into two parts. The first part is the light phase and the second is the dark phase. This phase is dependent on light. ये किस पर डिपेंडेंट है बच्चों? लाइट पर. और ये this is not dependent, this is not non-dependent. and this is not dependent on light, but still it is a process, important part of the process of photosynthesis. This one is also having another name that is known as photochemical. Photo means light, photochemical phase, and this is known as the biochemical phase. So right now we should concentrate only on the light phase and the dark phase. In the light phase, what happens? I have told you all that what is happening, that light energy is being, solar energy is being trapped by the chlorophyll molecule, and it is being converted into chemical energy. It is being converted into chemical energy, and that chemical energy is splitting the water. What it is doing is splitting the water into what? Into hydrogen and oxygen. It is splitting the water into hydrogen and oxygen. So this phase is known as light phase because the water which is there in the leaves, that needs to be broken into hydrogen and oxygen, and that can be done only in the presence of sunlight when it gets converted into chemical energy. And in the dark phase, so many reaction goes on, and finally what happens? The carbon dioxide present is being reduced, means it is being converted to what? To glucose or carbohydrate. Is being converted into glucose and carbohydrate. The hydrogen which was present over here, which was made available by the splitting of water, was attached, means they came together along with carbon dioxide and resulted in the formation of glucose. And in turn, the process, what happened? This oxygen is left out and it is being given out in the atmosphere, which is being used by the organisms like us for the process of breathing. Events in photosynthesis. Children, please go through the NCERT book, each and every word of your NCERT book if you want to excel in your CBSE board examination. Now, in your NCERT book, you will see that there are 3 events in photosynthesis, and these 3 events, children, very, very important. Understand and then memorize. First, I have already mentioned, first is absorption. What is the first event? मतलब क्या-क्या हो रहा photosynthesis में? 3 चीज इस stage में आप लोग को जानना है. First is absorption of light energy. It is there in your NCERT book also. Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, the first and the foremost important point. Now, second event is after being absorbed, this light energy conversion, means converted into chemical energy, conversion of light energy into chemical energy, and due to which there is splitting of water molecules, splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen, into hydrogen and oxygen, into hydrogen and oxygen. This is the second event. And the third and the final event which you have to study is reduction of carbon dioxide. You saw reduction of carbon dioxide to sugar or glucose, carbohydrate, whatever you say. Reduction, why? Because in carbon dioxide you see how the water molecules coming and the hydrogen of the water molecule is coming and it is forming that sugar, that is the glucose, the carbohydrate C6H12O6. These 3 events are taking place in the photosynthesis. Now children, I will draw the structure of leaf which is there in your book, and you need to go through that. Though that structure of leaf, you need to understand something. Now see, if you take a leaf and you start wondering that no, I cannot see the cells. Of course, you will not be able to see the cells. Why? Because you need to cut a section of the leaf and observe it under the microscope. Then you will see certain structures, certain part like this. Upper layer of cuticle, you will see a layer of cuticle. Then you will see what you are going to see, a layer of cells on the upper side. This is represented, this is the cuticle. This is the upper epidermis, this is the upper epidermis. Already I have told you all that there are stomata present on the upper and obviously more on the lower surface of the leaf. Then you will be finding certain elongated cell. They are being represented by the mesophyll cell. You will see certain cells, elongated cells in the cross section of the leaf, and these are the chloroplast containing the chlorophyll, and there are certain rounded structures also, rounded cell. There are certain space also, so many space you will see. Same structure here also, and coming down there will again be a layer of cell that is being represented by the lower epidermis. You will find the guard cells representing the stomata, Now what is the purpose of showing you this? The purpose of showing you this is there are certain cells known as mesophyll cells in the leaves, and they can store the water taken up by the roots and reaching the leaves, as well as they contain the chloroplast. So this structure plays an immense role in the process of photosynthesis. And you know what is the function of cuticle? The function of cuticle is to prevent desiccation or water loss, too much of water loss from the surface of the leaf. So that is all you have to study in the process of photosynthesis. Now today I will be nutrition in plants. You have to study about the process of photosynthesis. That I have explained it to you all. Now, one thing children I want to tell you all, that there are certain activities given in your NCERT book. Please go through those activities, and the question asked, try to answer it yourself instead of switching over to your reference book. You have the basic concept, the experimental setup, the experimental observations have been given. You have been asked just your observations or the conclusion. Try to answer it yourself. If not, then please send your queries to us. Now today, in the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, already the nutrition in plants we have studied. Now we will see nutrition in some lower animals. Then we will be moving to human beings. Now human beings, in my next video I'll start maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But today we have to see the nutrition in lower animals, and in lower animals, the one which is there in your syllabus, it is of amoeba, and it is showing holozoic mode of nutrition. What it is showing? Holozoic mode of nutrition. Now you see this entire process of digestion, it takes place in several steps. The first step is known as ingestion. I am dealing with children with holozoic mode of nutrition. Again and again I am repeating, what is holozoic mode of nutrition? It is taking up of the food particles and then inside the body. That process is known as ingestion. Then it is acted upon by certain enzymes. Then means it is digested. Then the digested food is absorbed and then it is assimilated. Now what first process is ingestion, means taking in of food. The next process is digestion. What is digestion? Digestion is the food which you have taken, the complex food. It is being broken up into simpler part. It is being broken up into simpler part. The third, once the food is digested, it needs to be absorbed by the body. The digested food needs to be absorbed, then only it can be utilized. Then what happens? Assimilation. Once it is absorbed, it is ready for the process of utilization, and the food which is not being digested, it is being eliminated out of the body, and that is known as egestion. What it is known as? Egestion. So you see the process of digestion, holozoic mode of nutrition. These 5 steps you need to remember. First is ingestion, second is digestion, third is absorption, fourth one is assimilation, and the fifth one is egestion. Now I draw the diagrams and show you how holozoic mode of nutrition takes place in amoeba. The diagram also is important. Several times it has been asked in the examination. Now see children, this is what this is. This is a unicellular organism and this is the amoeba. This is the nucleus. Once this amoeba neither has a mouth nor it has an anus. So simply it is a unicellular organism. That single cell has to perform all the functions. Now when food particles comes near the amoeba, what happens? This amoeba starts forming finger-like projections. What does it start forming? Near the food particles, so that it can trap the food particles. There is formation of finger-like projection, and that projection is known as pseudopodia. Pseudo means false. What it is? False structure for temporary structure. Why temporary structure? Simply to trap the food. Now next step, what you are seeing, they do not have a mouth to take the food. The food gets inside the cell of amoeba. Now first it has the process. You see the first process of ingestion. Now you will see the process of digestion. That is digestion. Now this food particle will get inside the food vacuole. What is this? This is the food vacuole in the cell of amoeba containing many enzymes, and the food over here will be acted upon by the enzymes. It will get digested, and that is why in amoeba it is also known as temporary stomach. What it is known as? Temporary stomach. It is not the original one. Third is what you are going to see. Third is absorption. The food will get digested inside the food vacuole. Now what it will happen? The digested food will be absorbed and assimilated. Absorbed by the cell and then assimilated. And ultimately the undigested food, what it will happen? The undigested food, it will be eliminated out of the cell, and this is known as egestion. This is known as egestion. nutrition in amoeba. So children, please go through the process of photosynthesis, what I have told you all, nutrition in lower animals, and tomorrow or in my next video, that is in part 3, we will deal in detail about the human alimentary canal or human digestion. Till then, stay blessed, stay at home, work hard and make us proud.